Hi, I'm Natalia.
And I'm Leslie Marie.
And this is the Why You're Early, We Are Fashionably Late podcast,
where we talk about the clothing we wear and the untold but very true stories about why we wear what we wear.
Today we're in a different location, so it might seem darker, but we are in a parking structure where we work. I'm not going to say where, but
parking structure.
Parking structure. So this lighting, thank you, parking structure. You're horrible.
Also, I think the place we parked also has a lot to do with today, kind of is.
Yeah.
Right? So today's episode is Mascots. Natalie's biggest fear, right?
It is.
And usually they're in amusement parks, they're in baseball parks, right? That's what you call them. Like sports arenas.
Mm-hmm.
There's always a parking structure there. So it's fitting.
It's fitting to today's...
Yeah, it's fitting. It's fitting. It works. Talk about your outfit, Natalie.
My outfit. I am wearing, if we all know these little characters, if you're our Brandy fan, this is one of their top things that they do with their stickers and stuff. So I'm wearing this because it has different animals. And where do we see different animals? In Mascots. And what's about Mascots? I'm afraid of them.
She's terrible. And then for me, I'm wearing I found this shirt. I don't know. Do tennis matches have mascots?
No, not tennis. I think it's
every other sport has it except
I don't think baseball does. No, well the Dodgers do. They have the ball.
Yeah, that's a mascot.
But not like football, where they have the actual animal running around with the cheerleaders.
True. I don't know if tennis has mascots, but sports typically do.
My heart does.
So, you know what? And it's green. We're staying on theme.
I have pink in here. Pink. Well, it's
green.
Mostly pink.
Talk to us about your fear, Natalie.
We were younger.
Chuck E. Cheese.
I was 6? No, 5.
6.
5, 6.
Yeah.
Also, did anybody figure out the age difference?
The age difference. So we're 5 years apart. I'm older by 5 years.
I think that's why you were annoyed, because you were already in your teens and I was just starting out life.
Yes. Okay, so let me paint the picture. So this is middle school. I'm preteen out here hanging out with my friends, and then I have to take my sister with me to Chuck E. Cheese. Okay. This happens when you're the older child. So my best friend at the time, she had a little cousin, and so they were about the same age, and so they would hang out sometimes. And so they were like, you know what, bring your sister. Me knowing in the back of my head I was gonna have to take care of this child, and I didn't want that because I'm a preteen. I'm a teenager. I'm out here living my best life. Meanwhile, that all gets destroyed because Natalie sees the little characters.
This is where I began. No, it's been years.
I think you were also afraid, when we would take you to Disneyland.
There's pictures of me, baby pictures of me. I would try to find them if I can't.
Sobbing.
But there's pictures of me, of my father holding me, and I am screaming. I am crying.
We all thought it was a phase. Not a phase.
I still have it. It's a phase. It's a long phase.
Not a phase. I feel like that moment at Chuck E. Cheese, that moment defined.
It kind of skyrocketed it.
Yeah. Because when I tell you, I spent the whole birthday party sitting at a booth while she was crying tears.
Eating my pizza.
Yes. She was crying, but she was still eating pizza. And pizza were really good. And I don't know, the characters were gone, the mascots were gone at that point, but she still didn't want to move from that booth. So it traumatized you, it traumatized me.
I still get nightmares to this day. Yeah. And then it's funny because I was how you said, I thought it was a phase. Yeah. We went to Universal a few years back.
Pre-COVID. Literally the week before COVID hit.
Honest. And we were walking kind of out of the amusement park, and we were told that there was a Hello Kitty store near there, and she wanted to go because she's a big fan of Hello Kitty. My aunt is as well.
I'm trying to find proof of Natalie's traumatized moment.
Tell me why these two adult women screamed when they saw Hello Kitty, and they're like, "We need to take pictures," and I was like, "Yeah, you go." They pull me in. They pulled me in. And you know what was the worst thing? Is they wanted me to take a picture right next to Hello Kitty. And I said, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Yeah, we kind of pushed her in the back. But, okay, mind you, we weren't doing it on purpose. We were just really excited, and we completely forgot.
Yeah, the one who wasn't fangirling was the one that was pushed closer to it.
Anyways,
there's pictures. We will probably post them. Not probably. We will, knowing Leslie.
Can I just send it to you? Because I can't find it.
Yeah. And you will see me smiling. I am like
terrified.
Like,
Actually,
I'm
I might have
scared.
posted it for your birthday.
I'm literally terrified. And like,
I was gonna ask you.
I saw Hello Kitty coming towards me, and I wanted to bolt the other way.
Oh my gosh, I think I found it.
My thing is like, does anybody ever question like who's under there? Like, I think that's my thing. It's like nobody questions like who's under that mask.
Is that the main reason why you're terrified?
Yeah, who's hugging me?
Who's Kitty?
Who's taking the picture of me? Like,
whoever.
I could go very dark into this. I'm not, because this is
Go dark.
it's not for me. Like, my thing is like nobody thinks about what I think. Like, who's under there?
I mean, probably some people do. I don't. I'm just like Hello Kitty or whoever it is.
They're not.
I think because, well, I don't know. I mean, I feel like I've always had good experiences. Like, I met The Little Mermaid when I was 3. That blew my mind. I was like, yo.
Yeah.
Because I was a big fan.
I feel like when it's like people dressed as a character, like, you know how like in Disneyland and how the Marvel, like they have the people like that, like cosplaying basically, that doesn't scare me.
Okay.
People that have a full suit, you can't see their face, and then they have holes.
That's deep. I feel like
have
a therapist
holes for them to see in like the weirdest places, and like somehow every time I go up to them, I could like right away I know where those holes are, and I'm like, I can't see you fully. Who are you? I'm leaving.
I feel like that might be a trust issue. A therapist, if you're out there and you're a therapist, can you please decipher this for her? Because
it honestly might be. And
might be trust issues. But yet, Natalie, we all to an extent wear masks. I don't know.
I'm honest. I don't wear a mask.
Is that why other people scare you? I don't know. I think so.
Imagine if I were...
Oh my gosh, you have not seen the movie yet. But okay, clowns are a whole other thing. If we dive deep, that could be a whole other episode.
We wouldn't talk about this episode. This episode is just mascots. Clowns, we're coming to you next. Absolutely not. I don't want to. I was terrified. Remember that time there was like that clown thingy that if you got
killer clowns?
Yes,
2016.
You would get out of your house past like 10 or something. During that time was Vine, so people would post it on Vine. And I was like terrified. I was like,
I worked nights during that time too, and I was
terrified.
Scared.
I feel like
pepper spray.
I feel like it was a parents doing it because, you know, their kids were like, rebels. They're like, going to be home before 10.
So they're like, let me traumatize you by sending killer clowns after you.
All right. History of mascots, Natalie. Maybe this will ease your mind.
Probably not.
Maybe this will make you feel safer.
No, traumatize me more.
Maybe, like, why were they created? You know, like, maybe you'll...
Who created them? Yeah. And who do I have to hunt? I'm just kidding. who wanted to terrify me?
Okay, so, I don't know.
What were their intentions?
What were their intentions?
That's the real question.
So, I found out that this is actually... mascot comes from a French word called mascote. I'm probably saying that wrong.
You sound very Spanish.
I do. I'm Spanish. Anyways, actually, you know what the funniest thing is? That this word means to bring good luck or a good luck charm.
Does not to me.
It does not do that to me. So I think ideally that's what it was. Like it's like a good luck charm, which makes sense of why they're like on a team sport thingy. So I wouldn't get why would they be a good luck charm for kids though? Like in Disney.
Because the kids bring them happiness. Not to me, but I'm assuming for other children it does. It brings them happiness.
Did you ever? No, huh?
Like, well, I don't know what you're at.
When you know how like collecting the thingies, the signatures. I always did that.
For mine, I think I do, but it was mostly of like a. I don't tell my dad.
Do you think it was dad forcing you to do it?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know that man.
That man.
He forces
you to show him the picture. My dad loved mascots. Okay.
This is in my car. I love my father. I will always have it in my car. This man, this
he
man
made me take a picture with the KFC guy. Why? I have no idea, but he was a mascot, and so
he's so happy.
He's so happy. He loved like, especially like when you go to theme parks. If he saw one,
he loves Snoopy. There is probably a lot of like family pictures that we have of this man standing next to Snoopy, like
different versions of Snoopy.
If like he doesn't know who Snoopy is,
yeah,
like.
But this is the thing, you definitely did not get that from him.
No.
Definitely did not.
I think he was like disappointed. He was like, damn. Take it. One out of the two, I'll take it.
Yeah, that's funny. You were literally like, it's so funny because you're so different.
Yeah, there's pictures of him holding it, like crying. Like that picture she showed of me as an adult, there's one of me as a baby. Like that
like
same
literally
face, but tears.
sobbing. Yeah.
Probably bald in one of them.
Okay, anyways.
Anyways, who invented them?
Who invented them?
Where did it come from? Just kind of.
Who invented the word?
Yeah. Unsure, but they started first from college sports. Yes. That's where it first kind of originated. That if you go back,
makes sense.
If you go back, that's kind of where it started.
Makes sense.
Which makes sense, as what you say, because it's just like, it's a college sport. You're like, yeah, rooting for your team.
Up. And it makes sense with, like, them wanting it to be a lucky charm, right?
Yeah.
So it's like,
when they bring them out, it's because, like, yeah, like, we're winning.
To hype up the crowd.
If you don't see them coming out, it's because they're not winning. Logic.
Or maybe it's the opposite. Maybe it's to hype people up.
Probably.
I don't know.
Probably. I don't know.
You haven't been to sports games in a while?
Yeah. I used to go during high school, but then after that. And then I watched them, but, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I just don't.
Sorry, keep going about the history.
Started in...
You can see
it first started in the college sports. And I think the first, like, name that they gave the mascot was Handsome Dave.
Okay.
It was, like, a bulldog. Belonged to Yale.
Okay. Which means, yeah. That would make sense.
Is Yale's mascot still Bulldogs or something else?
I think it might be.
I feel like they always change it. Mine for my school was like, one year was like a Mustang, and then it like changed to something else like a few years later, I heard, or before it was something else.
Also, can we talk about how, like, I get it that they're animals, but then at the same time, like, there's some who, like, they have the boringest names. Like, shouldn't it, like, hype you up, right? Like, I'm not afraid of a bulldog.
Well, that kind of goes back to it, because in 1892, it wasn't an actual mascot. It was an actual animal. Like, it was an animal. So that animal died, R.I.P. And they're like, so sad. To remember it, they're like, we're gonna, like, make something that looks like it. And then I feel, then that's how the mascots got introduced. I also, like, if you think about it, if you've ever watched New Girl, when there's that episode of Cece getting married and Winston's, what's that little thingy? The raccoon? No. Is it a raccoon?
I think it's a raccoon.
And he's, like, very into, like, I need to get the raccoon because that's the mascot of, I don't know what's his, like, one of his old rivalry schools. Yeah. So it's funny because it's like,
at the wedding when he puts it in the air.
Yeah. But he only knows that it's a mascot from the other school.
Yeah. Or is it like a weasel? I don't know.
It was something like that, yeah. But it was an actual physical animal. Rather than it being like a full costume person, you know?
So it makes sense.
Could be either or. Yeah.
But why do you think they're so iconic? That's my thing.
I feel it has to do a lot how it's designed. Think of it in an artistic way, how it's designed. Because if you were to just give me a bulldog with it drooling, would you think that's like beautiful?
Oh, no.
But if you give me a bulldog that's like adorable, like think of like Secret Life of Pets.
Yeah.
Those little animals, those dogs.
Yeah.
Mickey. You know, like think of it that way.
We hang out with toddlers too much. We have like little nieces, and so we've seen that movie so many times.
Yeah. So think of it that way. Like
that makes sense.
Do you want it to be scary? Or nice.
So it comes from a design point of view too. Yeah. I think it's all just marketing.
Attraction. Yeah,
it's all just marketing at this point.
Marketing, that's a key word.
Yeah. But it's kind of funny how like a costume can turn into marketing. Like, because even if you go to like sports events, right? Like they have keychains of their mascots and T-shirts and like all these things. Disneyland, yeah. So it's like very. Yeah.
And then because like think of it in Disneyland, like there's little kids that like watch the movie like Zootopia, but you see Nick Wilde walking around Disneyland, they're gonna be like, oh my.
I would ask for his autograph.
Yeah. So it's like little kids don't know that they're not actually real, but if they see them in the park, that little book sign.
Yeah.
You get little T-shirts and everything.
I know. I always try to like finish a whole book, and then I lose the book, and I have to start all over again.
Yeah, it makes sense though.
All that being said, we know they're in theme parks. Mm-hmm. We know they're obviously in like sports, ballparks, college ball, all of these, football, all the above. Probably not tennis.
Imagine there is. I feel like if there is, I will post it.
Yeah. Yeah, to make
I'm
me feel better.
I'm gonna research that, honestly, though.
Yeah. To make me feel better.
Like, put the ones that do and the ones that don't. Like, I'm gonna actually go into
what sports.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like we might have got half of those wrong. Oh, who does and who doesn't.
Who knows? Who knows? This is my thing, too, right? If they're so memorable, why are they also so terrifying? Like, why can't they make them look cuter?
The dark web.
If
you go down a rabbit hole of like searching like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna look at Snow White and like back in the day. Did you know that in Mexico, I don't know what area of Mexico, they were starting a theme park of Disneyland. Like, they were gonna have one over there.
Legit or like?
Yeah, I think it was legit. Because you know how like they have it everywhere, so they were gonna do it in Mexico. Something happened where I guess like the area that they were gonna do it wasn't like good for foundation wise, like all that stuff. So they stopped it. Everything's still there. There is just Snow White that is still there. Like, but it's like a
costume, like
it's not the costume. It's like a statue type of thing. Okay. Like when you enter the park and type of stuff. Yeah. And it's like creepy. Oh like there's videos of stuff and it's creepy. Like there's people that say that it moves or it does this and all that stuff. I don't know if it's true, right? Yeah. I like move that video right away. But it's cruel so bad. My thing is that if you get so invested into it, like you can go down a rabbit hole. Also, think about it, the Teletubbies. It's so colorful.
Started on that.
But if you do it black and white, it's terrifying. Absolutely. There's so many backstories of everything that's like gone wrong with the Teletubbies, of characters and stuff. Also, think about it this way. I'm not gonna go far from here, but the Wizard of Oz, the first ever movie.
I think it has a lot to do with like what happens backstage, or what happens. Also, I don't know if you were too young for this at the time, but I remember when I was in elementary school, there was like this rumor going around that somewhere, I guess like like the McDonald's guy too.
Ronald McDonald.
Yeah, you know how like he was sitting on the bench? Yeah, okay, that goes back to clowns. But you know how he was sitting on the bench? Supposedly, I mean, this could have been just kids starting a rumor. Yeah. But that like in one of the places he came to life. And so that's why that guy kind of scares me a little bit. Yeah. But I think it does have to do with like the creepy side of people.
I feel like if you go, and I think for me growing up and figuring out this thing, it was like add more to the pile.
Yeah, because you're very much like, even though it scares you, you want to learn more.
Yeah. So for me, it was like
scared yourself. You
scared myself, and so like now for me, when I see a character, I bolt the other way. No. If it's like you dressed up as like Tinkerbell, I'm like, oh hi, cutie. Like nice to meet you, you know. But if you are in like a full fuzzy mask, I don't see your face, I don't see who you are, and you come up to me, I will either punch you or run the other way. You're like, I was told that if you punch a character in Disneyland or any other theme park, you will get thrown out of the park. So
probably like during like the scary Halloween haunted.
Yeah. No, I think it's just all year round. Oh. So I will not be doing that.
Also, Horror Nights, I will not be participating in that because it scares the living crap out of me. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I can't.
It's just...
I'm Nick Miller in that Halloween episode where he punches Jess in the face.
I love him screaming when he's like, he's just like a bubble. Yes. That's so vivid to me when he's screaming. Like, that's me in the inside. Like, I'm like,
yeah, that's literally me. Like, I can't do scary.
And I think, like...
Wait, have you seen those mugshots? I don't know if you... So, while I was doing research for this, I found mugshots. Well, that's what they look like to me, right? Okay. But if people want to buy used costumes, right? Like, for...
Stinky in there.
Well, yeah, which I don't know why you would. But, like, I guess, like, you're having a birthday party or something, and you want to dress up like the character. Yeah. They look like mugshots. Like, Natalie could probably pull up the picture somewhere around here, but... They look so terrifying. Also because it's just like the head or like just like the body down. Because you know how like obviously they take off the head? Yeah. So it looks weird because it just looks like a decapitated like weird. Like little like...
They're just adding to my pile. Yeah. Like it's starting to make sense.
I think it's funny.
There's logic in it.
I think, I mean, it's valid. I just think it's interesting that it started off as meaning good luck charm. And now it's like literally like this... terrifying thing. To that level. Well, yeah, like I feel like that's the way things get morphed anyway.
What is that movie that's supposedly coming out or something? That of the bear, the Freddy, the Nights of Terror, or something like that. Oh, also that scary movie that they did like technically a parody, but like a scary one of like all the characters of Winnie the Pooh. What? Did you ever see that? It is terrifying. It's a horror film. My cousin showed me, Josue showed me, and I think it was him, or he mentioned it, and I researched it.
Why would you do that to yourself?
And because he was like, oh, it's like a funny one. I was like, it is not. It is terrifying. And it is Winnie the Pooh, this adorable character.
Don't ruin Winnie the Pooh for me.
Winnie the Pooh, the little pig. There's somebody else as well in it. It's all creepy. Yeah. And like, they're like actual, actual like people, or like not actual people, but like
actors.
But like that looks very real. with human beings. And then they're also taking out the one, it was like a video game.
Yeah.
And they're taking out, I think, a movie of Freddy the Nights of Terror.
Okay, yeah.
And then there's Chucky.
Oh,
that's a toy. And
don't get me started.
There's just a lot.
We do not search up the same things on the internet.
Okay, I don't search this up.
You know what comes up on my For You page? Okay, a lot of hairstyles, but that's besides the point. But you know how when you said Mexico, you know there's a farmacia, like a pharmacy that has the
Mr.
guy.
Sim.
Yeah,
Dr. Sim,
Doctor, yeah,
something like that.
You know how like he's sometimes outside of the pharmacy. I know that terrifies you, but you know how there's also little action figures of him, like little like stuffies. No. Tell me why in one of Harry Styles' concert, people threw that on stage, and he grabbed it and he looks at it like so confused because he doesn't know that in Mexico they have a mascot for the pharmacy, which again
brings good luck. You're getting health vitamins, all this stuff. Yeah, there's another story about me bumping into one of those, and my cousin tried to push me.
That's hilarious.
I bolted. I was like, I'm gonna be in the car. And he was like,
because he knew that you were afraid of it, so he pushes her.
I was like, I want to be in the car, and he was like, it's like 8 degrees. I said, I don't care. I am not stepping into that pharmacy. I want him out there playing Bad Bunny. Also, he's playing
Bad Bunny, Natalie. He's vibing, he's chilling, having the best time of his life. Yeah. And Natalie's over here terrified in 80 degrees in a car. So let me ask you a question. You love Bluey, #1 fan, right?
Abby, me and you, bestie.
So this is my thing, right? If there was a theme park, Bluey comes up to you, Bluey in that costume, would you bolt the other way? That's the bridge between.
It all depends on how it's designed. As an artistic view, if you watch the show, you have an image of how Bluey looks. You have an image of how
it should be.
How it should be.
Yeah.
So if you go to the amusement park or whatever, and they don't look like that, it's like, what the heck?
This is not the same.
But they're like, oh, it's to save money, or they go to like to someone that does cakes and it doesn't look like them. Yeah. I think that traumatizes me too, because I'm like how can you get it wrong?
You know what I think of? The ice creams. The
SpongeBob. Did you see? Wait, did you post something on Instagram?
Because they're always so scary. They're always
the
so
Spider-Man. Did you see that the
Spider-Man?
Spider-Man?
The eyes are like melted. Like,
did you see that the Spider-Man popsicle made a cameo in the multiverse movie?
Yes, and it was all melted. It was all melted.
So,
I'm telling you.
But yeah.
So it has to do with design.
It has to do with design. And I think it also, like, the whole idea of it. Like, that's, like, something, like, for a little kid and stuff. But then, like, if
you are a little kid.
If you dive into, like, the Halloween part, like, Halloween costumes, Halloween
that doesn't scare you?
I think for me, I know it's meant to be scary.
That day. Okay.
That whole month.
Yeah, well,
I walk into Target, I'm like,
And you already, but you're mentally prepared.
But I'm mentally prepared. I'm mentally prepared to avoid going to Target.
What about, so let's go back to your whole people, like, under a mask. What about, like, those masks that go like this? Like masquerade ball masks?
Honey, A Cinderella Story by Selena Gomez. That's...
So if there was, which, they should do that. Like, if the Met Ball, if Anna Wintour is listening to me right now.
She's listening.
I doubt it. If she's listening to me, why not bring a masquerade ball to the Met Gala? Like, I
feel like that's what Bridgerton's happening. Of course, they're not wearing the mask, but you know how they do like the Queen's Ball?
Yeah.
That like you can actually imagine.
Cruella when she has that mask.
Yeah.
I love that movie. I'm sorry. I will find an excuse to bring up Cruella every single day.
Well, yeah. No, I was just saying, you know how, like, in Bridgerton, they're doing, like, the Queen's Ball, like, actually, like, people can actually attend it and stuff?
Oh, yeah, like the event.
Yeah. So I'm like, my gala, get to it. Like, you're behind.
Get to it. I mean...
Like, also, when they did camp, I would have thought they would have done something like that.
Yeah.
Like, something themed like that. You know, like, extravagant.
You know, another thing? Bringing it back into the fashion world, the one thing that creeped me the frick out was that one time that Jared Leto came with his head. I think it was like a Gucci thing.
Yeah, that was creepy.
That was like, that to me, that is where I get that, like,
I questioned.
But then that also reminds me of like when mascots remove their head and they're just walking with it. Like, you know, I get
How you said.
I get it.
You're wearing 2 masks.
You're kidding. We're getting deep. Okay, so now to kind of wrap this episode up all together.
What is the future
of mascots? What do you think? I think how you said, less creepy, more design. Like that
more
it's
thought
realistic.
into it. Yeah.
You as a graphic designer.
More thought into it. I like we gotta be doing that, like, what is it? Like those drafts. Like we gotta get like 1, 2, 3, and 4 before we can be like finalized. Like some of these I'm like, did you just do one draft and like that was it?
Not. Yeah, you're
like
right.
we gotta fix them type of thing, you know?
Yeah.
Especially,
I think also the craftsmanship when it comes to the sewing, the making them, people, please.
The fuzziness. Some of that fuzzy I'm allergic to, and I'm like,
let's make it look cute. Or some of it is rough. Like they'll be like out here trying to hug you, and you're like, my guy.
You're gonna be going with like the burns, you know, like the carpet burns, but on your arm, and then you're gonna like to Splash Mountain.
It's literally carpet. It's literally carpet.
Yeah.
Like for some of them, yeah.
Let's think about that. Let's think about as well, like the fabric. Yeah. Like that has everything to do.
It does. It does have everything to do with it. So I mean, yeah. Now, please, guys. Please let us know. Are you afraid of them? Do you love them? Are you a fan? Are you not a fan? Like, what's your experience with mascots? If you have a funny story, please let us know.
Also, like, if you are like me and dive in deep, add more to the pile.
Oh, yeah.
What other characters,
conspiracies?
What other characters look weird? Like, please send them in to me. Yes, I will be like, I can't
terrified,
sleep.
But
I won't sleep for a week, but I don't mind.
I don't mind.
Let's add more to the pile so when I see it in the near future, I'm like,
not afraid
prepared.
Of it.
You know?
Yeah.
No, I'll still be afraid, but like prepared.
Anytime Natalie is near a mascot,
if
we
go to Disneyland or somewhere. Yeah.
I'll try to take pictures.
I'll try to get out of it, but most of likely we'll just get more pictures like that one.
Yeah, where you're.
Yeah.
And you could see it on your... I think that was my favorite part. It's like, it was captured perfectly because you could see the fear in your face.
Yeah.
Your eyes. Yeah. Like, you're like, someone get me from it. And then you're like a nervous laugh.
Yeah, I
don't know.
I'm a very happy person. So when you hear me nervous laugh, you're like, oh shit, something's going on.
She's struggling. She's struggling a bit. Yeah. Which I think is so funny.
Yeah.
I think it's so funny. But yeah, guys. That was today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Technically, it's the first real episode. Yeah, we did it. We did it with this.
Our tire.
Yeah, and we just hope to improve on the quality of it and obviously the talking points of it. Meanwhile, please also let me know tennis.
I feel like I'm gonna search it up.
If your high school tennis team has a mascot, let us know.
I think it's just gonna be the high school in general. Like, does the high school in general have a mascot?
And then they just
use it. They're like, here come the Mustangs! Woo, woo, woo. Here's the Mustangs.
In tennis. Tennis. I love where you're going there. In teenies.
Every time I have a southern accent.
Basketball. Baseball. So that mascot is literally like club.
Club. Another club.
No sleep. It's like at every single event.
Also, props to the people that aren't creepy and they're in there for taking in that heat.
Please let us know. Have you ever worn or been a mascot for something? Like, please share your story. I could only imagine that it's like 1,000 degrees in there.
Yeah.
But like, tell us more, you know?
Your
Any
experience.
Funny stories, horror stories? Do you see the people that are terrified of you and you go after them? You know, like, let us know.
Like, is that purposely done?
To terrify me.
I thought you were supposed to be there to help me, to bring me good luck.
Joy.
That's not what it is.
I love how, like, that's the meaning of it. Also, if you're French, let us know if I pronounced that right. Probably did it.
You don't say it.
Well, you say it. Yeah, I have the words right here. Let's see. Mascota. Wait a minute. In Spanish? Mascota? Mascot? And it kind of means the same thing.
That means you have a pet.
Wow. You learn something new every day. Okay, say it.
Attempt,
say it.
Mascote.
What is it like a cheese?
Mascote.
Like French?
Mascote.
No, I feel like...
Mascote.
Maybe that's Spain.
Mascote.
No, that is Spain. How would French people say it?
Duolingo.
Should I Google it?
Duolingo. Also, the Duolingo mascot.
Love him.
He's
love
so
him.
funny. I love it. Or she. Or they. We don't assume. We don't assume. You say she. We don't assume.
Okay, hold on. I want to see if they have the audio. Like,
mascote.
It's like completely wrong.
Mascote. But I feel like it's more...
It means lucky, which like we knew that, but pronunciation.
Lucky, like in Bluey's series?
If you are a Bluey mascot, please come meet Natalie so she can face her fear. Hey,
I
face your
don't
fear.
think that it will help. Especially if it's not designed
Guys, why can't I find it?
Why don't you just put mascot translated in French and then it shows a little
Correctly in French. Hold on, I found a YouTube video.
oh
Mascot.
mascot.
I've been saying it right the whole time.
Mascot.
Mascot.
You just have that more
Let's say it again.
Mascot.
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 Mascot. Hey, let's go to French. What?
Mascot.
Let's go to France.
Je m'appelle Leslie Marie. Natalia.
I'm dying over here. You keep going. This
Scared
episode
of mascot.
taking so much.
It's so triggering. How do you say Natalie is afraid of mascots in French?
I would love to know that.
Natalia. Scared.
Scary.
Mascot.
Oh my
I'm
God.
so sorry, babe.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening, guys. See you next week. Do you think F1 has a mascot?
I feel like for Ferrari, it'd just be the horse.
Yeah. What about for Mercedes?
It's Jaguar. No, there's
Wait,
a Jaguar.
I could picture like a
They're efficient.
like
They're
a
fast.
quick
Something
animal.
But there's already a Jaguar car.
What is the one that's like a panther? Anyways, see you guys next week. Hey guys, thank you so much for listening. Please don't forget to leave us a review and to share this podcast with your loved ones, acquaintances, and really just anybody and everybody who will listen.
We will be releasing a new episode every Wednesday and YouTube videos every Sunday. For more behind the scenes content, follow us at our Instagram in fashionably.late.podcast, as well as subscribe to our YouTube.
Send you guys lots of love and virtual hugs. Can't wait to see you guys next week.
Bye.